Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Tonight is Warcraft Monday, and I am heading back to the World of Warcraft trailer and cinematics reaction playlist. Yes, we are back, and we are back with Dragonflight cinematics and trailers. This is going to be part 35 of my reactions to World of Warcraft trailers and cinematics. Part 35. If you want to check out the other parts, remember the playlist card is going to be at the top. Just click on it and you'll be able to access them. If you want to check out the original videos as well as the World of Warcraft YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. Yes, we are finally entering into the Dragonflight expansion. I know it started around the 28th of November, if I'm not mistaken. I couldn't react to anything back then because I was still focused on other World of Warcraft content. So finally I have the chance right now to react to the trailers and cinematics. And yeah, let's see what Dragonflight is going to be all about. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
The Dragon Isles have awakened and beckon the Dragonflights home. The future will unfold as it was meant to. Open your mind to what is yet to come. Events are unfolding that imperil us all. The threat is greater than you know, young ones. We must join forces and strike now. You balance upon the cusp of destiny. All that matters is this moment.
Oh, wow. Guys, the soundtrack. I recognize the soundtrack from Overwatch. I forgot which trailer or cinematic did it come from. It's when Winston was gathering up, the members of Overwatch, and they were heading over to Paris to fight against some, giant robot in Paris. And this soundtrack was playing in the background. And yeah, it sounds similar to it. Let me just say that, because I don't know if it's exactly the same soundtrack, but yeah, it sounds similar to it. And because, they're under the same, business, Blizzard Entertainment, I'm sure the Overwatch, the World of Warcraft, people came over to Overwatch saying, hey guys, can you just take the soundtrack from you guys? And then, they're using it for their trailer here. So yeah, it's good. The Dragon Isles is beautiful. It actually reminds me of the Mists of Pandaria in terms of the color. Everything is popping. All the colors are popping in this expansion, and they kind of look cute. The dragons, the other creatures that are there on the Dragon Isles, like everything just looks cute. I don't know whether that was intentional or maybe I'm just seeing things, but to me it just seems like things are just very cute. Even the big dragons, they kind of look cute. They don't look menacing, or they don't look like they're like they've gone through life, if I can say that. They just look very cute. Everything looks very cute. Even the Dragfear, they look cute. And it is appealing. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, I'm just highlighting that, you know, things are popping in terms of the colors of the place, and the fauna and the flora of the Dragon Isles all look very, very cute. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
You must decide which path you will take. Which story you will tell. An ancient enemy has returned. You will play a part in the events to come. And you will have to make a difficult choice, as we did. I am Nosdormu. Come, there is much I would show you. My story is already written. But yours, and that of all Drakthir, is only beginning to unfold.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Like, I choked on my own water as I was seeing one of the dragons, you know, firing lightning out of its mouth. That was interesting. I think the only dragon that I've seen that actually fires lightning out of their mouths was from Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, that was the last time I actually saw something similar to that, you know. And yeah, it was amazing. I'm just wondering who that is exactly. And there was also a dragon in the ocean with a lot of tentacles coming out. That's interesting. Yeah, I wonder who that is as well. And of course we saw some Drakthir and then Nosdormu, you know, with his Sands of Time. And yeah, okay. Can't wait to see that. And I did, you know, add them to the playlist that I'm going to be reacting to, you know, the 3 chapters. So definitely I'm going to be seeing all 3 chapters tonight. Yeah, let's continue. Man, guys, doesn't that just hype you up to play the game? You know, if it were me, I think I'd be hyped up to play the game. Seeing such a trailer with the music, with everything that's going on. Although the skills point tree, the trees, yeah, no, like there was a lot of things to choose there, you know. It looked like a lot. It really looked like a lot. You're spoiled for choice. That's all I can say. You're spoiled for choice. And yeah, the dragon riding also looks quite fun as well. You know, seeing the dragon spinning around, going very fast, descending, ascending, and yeah, it's so good. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the game. You know, it's been what now? 3 weeks since. No, maybe 2 weeks since it started. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the game.
Welcome to the World of Warcraft survival guide for the Dragonflight pre-expansion patch, the next major content update coming to World of Warcraft. I'm Hazel.
I'm Nagura.
And I'm Sidhu. We'll be your guides as you return to Azeroth to experience the prologue events of Dragonflight, take your first steps on the Dragon Isles, and meet an all-new race and class, the Drakthir Evoker.
The pre-patch will be coming in 2 parts. The first phase is starting soon, and the second phase will follow a few weeks after. The first phase introduces a fresh new talent design for all classes, expanded class choices, an updated user interface, rated solo shuffle and PvP, and newly free barbershop services. When you log into the Dragonflight pre-expansion patch, you're going to see an all-new talent system for every class. Whether you're a fearsome druid, a deadly hunter, or a demonic warlock, your class talents have been redesigned from the ground up to give you more choices in how you play your character than ever before. All characters' talents have been reset, so you can get started selecting spells and abilities, and you can now save your selections, share them, and import talent loadouts right there in the talent window. Dragonflight is going to include a maximum character level of 70, so don't forget that 10 more levels and 10 more talent points are coming with the launch of Dragonflight. For the talent system, everyone will log in with a preset starter build so they don't have any interruptions to their gameplay, but they can re-customize it and create loadouts to suit their playstyle. Along with the updated talent systems, 3 classes are now available to all races. Any race can now be a mage, a priest, or a rogue. Yes, at long last, you're free to be a Tauren mage, or an orc priest, or a Draenei rogue. I'm especially looking forward to seeing all of the High Mountain Tauren rogues. Or not seeing them. They've got this.
The user interface has seen a major update, and it now includes a fully customizable heads-up display. You can select Edit Mode in the game menu to bring up the full range of options for every element on the screen. And that includes a couple of default presets that you can choose to make your layout a crisp new modern look, or switch back to the classic look you know and love. The UI update comes with several new accessibility features, including additional options for targeting and interacting with game elements, and additional support for gamepad-type controllers. The pre-expansion patch is a PvP off-season, but player versus player action is in full swing. In addition to an updated talent system and PvP talents for all classes, you can now queue for rated solo shuffle. If you haven't tried solo shuffle yet, it's a PvP brawl available in the PvP finder, and you don't need a group to join. Previously, there was no PvP rating considered, but now, the rated version of Solo Shuffle is available, so you can solo queue and find out what it's like to join teammates and take on opponents who are closer to your skill level. If you find yourself in a solo shuffle with me, good luck, you're gonna need it. If you're a frequent customer at the barbershop, we have some great news. Those services in World of Warcraft are now free to all players. The barbershop used to cost some gold, but that's no longer the case. You can hit the randomize appearance button like crazy, try out your new look, and if you realize you don't like it, come back and try something different for free.
In the second phase of the pre-expansion patch, you'll create and start leveling a new race, the Drakthir. An ancient race of humanoid dragonkin, the Drakthir are shapeshifters, who go from a draconic form to a humanoid visage and back, as they wield the magic of all 5 dragonflights. You'll start in a newly rediscovered Forbidden Reach, where long ago Drakthir trained as soldiers of Neltharion, before you move on to join either the Alliance or the Hordes. All Drakthir characters belong to a new hero class, the Evoker. Evokers were a male and choose between 2 specializations, Devastation and Preservation. The Devastation Evoker is a ranged magic-using damage dealer who focuses on the powers of the red and blue dragonflights, while the Preservation Evoker is a healer who calls upon the abilities of the Bronze Dragonflight to manipulate time, as well as the magic of the Green Dragonflight to heal. Evokers use a new type of spell called Empower. By holding down a button, you'll charge up a spell, causing it to do more damage or hit more targets. After a spell has been fully empowered, you have a little time to keep holding it and release it when you're ready. And after a few seconds, if you're still holding it fully empowered, the spell will cast automatically. Also coming soon, pre-expansion events will start with the max level revamp of the Uldaman dungeon and the arrival of elemental storms in select zones. The storms infuse local creatures with additional powers, making primalist world bosses appear. And as you know, invading elementals and primalists must be defeated.
The Dragonflight pre-expansion patch is coming soon, and then shortly after, you'll be able to create your own Drakthir Evoker and fight back the invading storms. Keep an eye on worldofwarcraft.com for more on this and other upcoming content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Azeroth.
Okay, all right. In this, I don't want to say it's a trailer, more like a presentation of Dragonflight. I remember the first presentation they had of Dragonflight when they were also connecting it with the Wrath of the Lich King Classic. yeah, they were discussing about the Dragfear race, the Evoker class, and I think they also just refreshed on that in this presentation, and also the user interface, the editing option for the HUD. They also discussed about that in the previous presentation, and yeah, it's also good to see that they've kept on with that, and now it's being given to the public to utilize, to see if they want to change things in the way they use or play the game, I should say. And yeah, it kind of looks a bit overwhelming. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but hopefully you guys are able to utilize it to its fullest effect. And like I said before, the skills tree, the skills points tree, yeah, like it's expansive. You have a lot of choices. It looks like it's also very overwhelming, being spoiled for choice like that. But I think it's still a good thing. I think for those who want to create something that is just totally different, and they want to enjoy that and they want to share it with other people, then yeah, it's good. It's really, really good. And yeah, the Dragfear race with their devastation and preservation, also, like I said before, they presented that in the previous presentation for Dragonflight. And level 70 solo shuffle. I'm not sure about solo shuffle. When they talked about solo shuffle, were they saying like you don't have to go into a PvP with a group, you can just go by yourself and you'll be fighting only representing yourself, you won't be joining with other people in that shuffle, right? I think that's what they were trying to say there. Yeah, that's also quite interesting. So I'm just wondering, where will you be solo shuffling to? Like a gladiatorial arena, or will it just pick some random spot somewhere in the Dragon Isles and you just start fighting against that individual there? Yeah, I'm just wondering about that. But yeah, it looks cool. Everything so far looks cool. And yeah, let's continue.
This place holds many mysteries, but few answers.
Stop there! Who are you?
One who would be your guide. Tell me, what do you remember from before?
My general, a fierce battle. And then I was imprisoned in darkness.
But now, you are free.
What are you?
Come, there is much I would show you to prepare you for the challenges that lie ahead.
This place, so strange. Where are we?
Where is less important than when. Many thousands of years ago, when our world was young, Azeroth was home to the ancestors of dragons. Primitive beasts ruled by primal instincts. Yet, there were a few in whom the spark of intelligence was lit, who thought, spoke, and felt more deeply than the rest.
What does this have to do with me?
Were it not for them, your people would not be. From these proto-dragons, there arose the monster, Galacrond. Whose insatiable hunger would have consumed us all. When the fate of our kind was at stake, we five overcame the instincts of fear and self-preservation and united to battle the Leviathan.
We? So, you were one of these.
For our bravery, risking everything to save the world, we were granted a gift of the Titans, transformed into something greater. Together, we became the Aspects, leaders of the Dragonflights, the protectors of Azeroth. In time, we took on visages like this to better commune with the younger races.
Why have you shown me this?
I am Nosdormu. I was aspect of the Bronze Flight. It is my fate to see all of time. But now a threat to our world approaches. An ancient enemy has returned. You will play a part in the events to come, and you will have to make a difficult choice, as we did.
I am not like you.
No. My story is already written, but yours, and that of all Drakthir, is only beginning to unfold.
Oh, okay, all right. That was chapter 1. Yeah, I was just surprised how tall the Drakthir was compared to Nosdormu because he was looking up. I was like, yeah, how tall is this lady? Yeah, so yeah, that was kind of scary a bit. But yeah, this was a nice, lore history that we've been given. I remember the story because of Platinum WoW. I reacted to his video. What was it called again? Everything you need to know about dragons. Yeah, in World of Warcraft. Yeah, he said it in a very entertaining and funny way. I must admit, I really did enjoy that video, especially in how he tried to explain how the five aspects before they became aspects, the 5 proto-dragons, how they were fighting against Galacrond, and I don't know who formed the ice ball, but they formed an ice ball and then they shoved it right down his throat and he choked and died from that ice ball. So yeah, I like how Platinum WoW was explaining that lore. And yeah, World of Warcraft, Blizzard also did a good job here with this chapter 1. And yeah, Galacrond was dangerous, very, very dangerous. He did not only consume proto-dragons, but he could also create, like undead, zombified dragons. He was kind of like the Lich King in a way, how he could raise the dead. Probably after consuming that dragon, then he would spit them out and then it would return back to life. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, Galacrond was really a threat to not only the Dragon Isles but to all of Azeroth. And yeah, the 5 proto-dragons who fought against him were really something. And now they've been, bestowed and given gifts of, should I say, like evolution into what they are, the dragon aspects. And it's good to see that, Alexstrasza is the leader. Because I actually like Alexstrasza. I find her quite cool. And yeah, it was cool to see her being the leader there. And I also saw Nosdomu and Ysera's proto-dragon form, right? They were together. They were very close. Like they were embracing each other. So now I'm thinking maybe these two were, lovebirds before they became dragon aspects, before they had all this responsibility. So when they were proto-dragons, they were together probably. Because, we saw them right there, they were embracing each other. They were, feeling each other with their heads. And yeah, it just looked like they were in a relationship of some sort. Or maybe they were just, being affectionate as friends. Yeah, I don't know. But I found that quite interesting. Okay, let's continue.
What is your name, child?
Emberthal, a commander of the Drakthir. You know of us?
You are a race of fierce warriors, unlike anything Azeroth has seen in many an age. In time, you may become as mighty as we once were.
Once? What happened?
The desire for power carries peril. We were blind to the darkness in our midst. Behold, the Dragon Isles. In the time after our ascension, we aspects sought to create a beacon of hope for all the world.
Beautiful. Neltharion, my general.
Indeed, we all had our roles to play. Guided by Alexstrasza, our conscience, our heart, we all became as close as clutchmates, or so it seemed. For we could not hear the whispers of corruption that tempted one of our own. When demons invaded our world, we aspects went forth to protect it as we always had. Not knowing whether we would ever again see the shores of home. Our brother Neltharion led our defense against the invaders. But for the first time, we found our strength inadequate, and we grew desperate. So when Neltharion assured us that with our help he could forge a weapon to win the war, we placed our trust in him. And we renewed our battle against the demons, only to have Neltharion, who now took the name Deathwing, turn on his own kind. We could not foresee this betrayal, for we simply did not want to believe. Even after all this time, the pain of his treachery is far worse than the scars he left us with.
That is not the leader I remember. How do I know it was not you who provoked him?
You missed much during your confinement, but the sands of time reveal all truths, child, even bitter ones. Trust your eyes. of Azeroth faced Deathwing for the last time. He was so consumed by madness that he could not imagine what we would sacrifice to stop him. That the weapon we had helped him forge would become the means of his destruction.
Was there no other way?
Deathwing would have destroyed this world. To stop him, we aspects relinquished our power, our immortality, our guardianship of Azeroth itself. A fair trade, I believe.
You want something from me, don't you?
It is my gift and my burden to travel the pathways of time. But there is one crucial moment that has long remained hidden from me. And only you can lead me there.
Oh, okay, that was chapter 2. Nosdomu was just reciting, the lore and the events during the World of Warcraft Cataclysm, right? Yes, Cataclysm. Very good to go back to that, actually, to see how Neltharion betrayed the dragon aspects, how he used the very power that was, he told them that it was going to be used against the Burning Legion, but in the end he used it against the dragon aspects and all of their kin, and also it's also quite surprising that the dragon aspects never truly understood the darkness that was lurking in Neltharion's heart. I don't know when Neltharion, turned against the dragon aspects. I don't think I was ever told about that. I think I know the reason. Like, he had a lot of responsibility. He had a lot of burden on his shoulders, and he probably was desperate. And that's how the old gods began to infiltrate into his mind and give him suggestions and, started manipulating him very slowly. I think that's how it happened. If I'm wrong, guys, please correct me in the comment section, because I'm just trying to recollect, some information on Neltharion and how or why he betrayed his brothers and sisters. It's just sad, really, what happened, because from that calamity, the bronze aspect, the blue dragon aspect, and the black, these three aspects were virtually almost brought to extinction. The blue aspect is kind of scattered here and there. The bronze, not only are they suffering from their own curse because of being able to see all forms and all versions of timelines, not only are they going mad because of that, but because of what happened with Neltharion and how he's betrayed all the dragon aspects. They've also been brought to the brink of extinction. And of course, the black aspect, they've all been corrupted by the old gods, manipulation and control. So from that great betrayal came the downfall of the dragon aspects. And it was also quite cool seeing them fight against the Burning Legion, and the Burning Legion are terrifying. They were really terrifying when they were invading Azeroth. during those times. When was it? Like 10,000 years ago. Yeah, very, very long time ago. And yeah, they were really pushing hard to invade Azeroth and succeed in taking control of the planet. And yeah, the dragon aspects, they didn't really have much of an option. They were desperate for answers, and they got an answer from Neltharion, and that answer kind of blew in their faces in the end. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
No, Stormu, wait! You have led me through all these moments in time. Yet now you ask me to guide you?
There is a blind spot in my vision of a time before Neltharion's corruption, and I believe it centers upon you. I must know why. Seek him out in your memory.
It was my honor to command a battalion. We executed Neltharion's will precisely. Our devotion and discipline were unmatched.
The Titan artifact. That must be the source of your unity. This was an ancient magic that bound you to his will. Would you not sacrifice yourselves at his whim?
We were soldiers. There were many threats to the world. And here was the greatest. The Primalists.
That is Razageth, the Storm Eater. One of the leaders of the Primalist Rebellion.
He struck without warning, without honor, and I lost many friends this day. We fell back, regrouped. Then, everything became jumbled, confused.
The artifact destroyed, and the order magic which had united the Drakthir was dispelled. How then was Razageth defeated? Is what you hid from us. The moment you fell from grace. In his desperation, he turned to the deepest evil. The power of the old gods. If only we had known.
But then, why were we imprisoned? Why did we sleep for so long?
If he could no longer control the Drakthir, he would have deemed you a risk.
No. We laid down our lives for him. He was proud of us. Why would he... Stop this, Sand! I cannot see!
Because you do not want to. Yet you can only become more than you are. If you confront your past.
he locked us away. Forgot we even existed. It would have been kinder to simply destroy us.
I am sorry, my young friend. We had to know the truth. But do not despair. I now believe that Neltharion locked you away because of what you might become.
What we might achieve, free of his control.
And now, you are free. This world has much to offer, and you will have a part to play in the events to come.
You spoke of an ancient enemy's return. It is Razagath and the Primalists. That is why we were awakened.
It seems that Neltharion yet had a purpose for you, but he is gone. You must decide which path you will take, which story you will tell.
My story will be my own.
Okay, guys, that was chapter 3. Yeah, that was quite interesting. Neltharion creating the Dragthir as his own private army, you know, an army that was meant to protect Azeroth from any and all threats, and he controlled them using a Titan artifact, a gauntlet. Kind of looked like I don't know, looked like a power gauntlet or something, you know. Yeah, that was quite interesting to know about. And yeah, the Primalists, that's how you pronounce it, right? The Primalists led by Razagath. She seems like a very powerful dragon, she or he. But yeah, Razagath, it kind of sounds like a lady's name. But very powerful dragon, lightning abilities. I've never actually seen that from any of the other dragons, you know, in World of Warcraft. So this is quite unique, I think. And the Primalists look like the proto-dragons, you know. And it seems like there's going to be a tussle, a war between these two factions of dragons. You have your aspect dragons and those that look like the aspect dragons, and then you have your proto-dragons, the Primalists, you know, on the other side. And they're both vying for control of the Dragon Isles. I think that's what's going to be happening here. And, you know, where Nosdomu was saying that Neltharion was imprisoning them for future, greater, you know, future that will be led by the Dragthir. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think he sealed them away because, like Nosdomu said in the beginning, they were a risk. Because as soon as that gauntlet was destroyed, you know, you could see many of the Dragthir, their eyes were reverting back to normal. You know, they were no longer being controlled by Natharion's gauntlet, you know, and they were in disarray. They weren't really, you know, focused on fighting against the Primalists, and they were just not going to be useful to him anymore. So he decided, let me just seal them away. I don't think he was doing that to save them for future use. I think he just forgot about them completely. He'll never, you know, entertain using the Dragthir ever again because he can't control them anymore. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really believe what Nosdomu was saying there, saying that they might become something great in the future. I don't know about that. It kind of sounded like a politician's words there. I don't know. But yes, you know, it's good that the Dragthir are back, and now they can decide, they can choose, you know, what kind of future do they want, without them being controlled by any dragon, really. it's now their lives, and wherever it takes them, I'm sure it will be for the betterment of all dragonkin. Yeah, not just the dragon aspects or the proto-dragons or the primalists. It will be for all dragonkin. Yeah, because dividing each other into camps, it just doesn't really work. I mean, ask the Alliance and the Horde. Ask them how it's been going with them, always fighting amongst each other. So yeah, having the dragons fighting amongst each other as well on the Dragon Isles is just going to cause a very messy situation. And yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Okay guys, yes, that's it with World of Warcraft trailers and cinematics part 35. Oh yes, I also want to talk about Natharion's conversion, or when he gave himself over to the old gods. Yeah, I forgot to talk about that in chapter 3. But yes, when he gave himself over to the old gods, and he used their power to open up a vortex to, throw Razagath into it. That was quite interesting. And yeah, it's just sad that that's how it started. That's how it began, with him, slowly but surely creating plans to betray the dragon aspects. And yeah, that was interesting. Now we know how it happened. And yeah, it's good to know. Oh, okay guys, I guess that's it with part 35. It's been good seeing all the trailers and cinematics again, especially now that I'm returning back to the reaction playlist. Like I said before, the colors popping in the game environment, the fauna and flora looking all cute. I still stand by that things kind of look cute. Even the dragons, as fearsome as they should be, but they kind of look cute. So yeah, that's quite an interesting add to the game. And the chapter stories were also quite good. We got flashbacks of what happened in the past, what happened during Cataclysm, and what happened to Amberthor and her Dragfear, being entombed by Natharion, and how they have been awakened. I don't know who awoke them, who took them out of that petrified state. I'm not sure who did that, but now they've returned. They are on the Dragon Isles, and they're going to be helping out the dragon aspects. Like I said before, I'm not sure who is in the right here, whether it's the dragon aspects or it's the primalists, because it seems to me that the primalists are also just fighting to exist on the Dragon Isles, while the dragon aspects, they are returning to the Dragon Isles, and they're returning home essentially. So yeah, it's going to be like a turf war, I think, between these two factions. And I want to know the story behind the primalists, because we've heard about the dragon aspects, we've heard why they're fighting, but now I also want to know why the primalists are so against the dragon aspects. What's their reasoning for being antagonistic towards them? Yeah, that's going to be something interesting to also find out. But yeah, this was good. This was really, really good. Guys, remember, next week I'm going to be continuing with more reactions to the trailers and cinematics, because there's still more of them on the World of Warcraft YouTube channel. And after that, I'm thinking about reacting to gameplay. I'm not sure who exactly. At first I thought about Asmongold, but I saw on his YouTube channel that there isn't really much on the gameplay for World of Warcraft Dragonflight. So I'm going to be looking for other YouTubers out there who have already started playing the game, and I might react to their videos. But guys, if you have any suggestions, then you can send them my way as well, and then I'll look into it. Okay, now remember, if you want to check out the original videos as well as the World of Warcraft YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys next week Monday. Okay, good night.